Hello boys and girls, and welcome to today's English lesson. Today's lesson is going to be about sentence structures. What that is about how we put sentences together. Today's focus will be about pronouns and using the verb to be. Let's go! First, we will review our pronouns. Do you remember what pronouns are? Let's have a quick look. Alright, boys and girls, let's look at some of our personal pronouns. Remember, a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun, which means it does the same job. Alright, and if you remember, a noun is what we use as the word we call for people, places, animals, things, and sometimes even names. And if you remember, our 7 personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. All right, let's look at the next slide. So, boys and girls, when we see personal pronouns in a sentence, they are usually found at the beginning of the sentence or very early in the sentence. And it will always be before the verb. And if you remember, your verbs are the action words. It's the things that we can do. Here we have 2 examples. I like to eat ice cream. In this sentence, I is the pronoun and the verb is eat. We can see I in yellow and eat in red. The word ice cream is our noun, and that is a thing, ice cream. So in our sentence, I is the person, or we say the subject of the sentence, the thing that we are talking about. Eat is the thing that we are doing, and ice cream is the thing we are doing it to. And that will be at the end, after the verb. Let's look at sentence number 2. On Saturday, he plays football. Again, the pronoun is not the first thing in the sentence, but it is very early, and it's before the verb. Our verb is play. It's something we can do. And of course, what are we doing? Football. Or if you do not know what football is, sometimes people call it soccer, where we kick the ball into the goal. And when do we play it? On Saturday. These sentences, you can see yellow is our pronoun, and it happens first or early in the sentence. A verb is usually in the middle, and our nouns will be at the end for these sentences. That's super easy. Hopefully you know these because we've done this lesson before. Okay, let's go on to our next slide. Next we'll be talking about using the verb to be. Okay, to be or not to be? That is the question. This is a big word, boys and girls, and you'll learn a lot more about it in grade 3 and grade 4. But all you need to know now is that the verb to be is 3 words. Am, is, are. Okay, let's see how we use them in sentences. Let's look at the picture first. Practice saying the words. Am. Remember to practice after the teacher. Am. Is. Are. Am, is, are. Okay, let's listen again. The verb to be is a type of verb, and it is used in a sentence to show that it is correct or true. Later in grade 2 and grade 1, you'll learn that this is in the positive sense. Okay, and it means that a sentence is correct or it's true, that there's nothing wrong. Let's look at our 2 examples. I am tall. This is correct. Or in sentence number 2, on Monday, we are going to school. Can you see the pronouns and how they work with the verbs? I am. We are. Okay, they will always find like this in the sentence, in the positive sense. Let's look at the next one in the negative sense. So when we add the word not after am, is, or are, they change to the negative form. What that means is that maybe it's not 100% correct, or that we disagree with the adjective that is used or the statement in the sentence. That's a little bit tricky again. This is grade 2 stuff. So let's just focus on using them in a sentence. Okay, am not, is not, or are not. I've changed the sentences from our example number 1, I am tall. If we say I am not tall, okay, that means again the word tall is wrong. Okay, the correct sentence would be I am short, but I am not tall is also correct. Okay, this is a way we use them in the negative sense. So if you see the word not, it'll usually be after am, is, or are. On sentence number 2, on Monday, we are not going to school. Okay, this means that there will be no school. Okay, nice and easy, right? Again, it's tricky if we have to learn the words. All I want you to do is learn about how to use these things in the sentence. So please focus on the examples. Lastly, if the sentence begins with am, is, or are, it is the beginning of a question. It shows us the start of a question. Am I? Is she? Are we? These are quick examples of how to use them. So let's look at it in a sentence. Again, I'm using the same 2 sentences. Am I tall? Now it becomes a question. I am tall. Am I tall? I don't know. Okay, so if we put am, is, or are first, usually at the end will be a question mark. Are we going to school on Monday? Again, it shows us a question. Nice and easy. Let's go on to putting them together. Next, we will be looking at how we use pronouns and am, is, or are together in a sentence. Okay, boys and girls, almost always these are absolute rules, so make sure that you think hard about them when we go to our sentence writing later on. So when we use pronouns and the verbs to be together in a sentence, they will always have a best friend. Okay, this means that they are always going to be together. So the pronoun I will always be with am. We can never say he am, she am. This is very wrong. You am, we am. Again, very wrong. The word am will only ever be used together in a sentence with the pronoun I. When we look at the other pronouns, he, she, and it, their best friend is. Okay, he is, she is, it is. Okay, again, we will never ever use I is. Okay, again, this is very wrong. Lastly, our plural ones, okay, or third party ones, you, we, and they, the best friend there is are. You are, we are, they are. Again, we can never have she are or I are. These are very, very wrong. So when we ask you to put a sentence together using he, you must use is. If I ask you to make a sentence with we, you must use are. Boys and girls, the words am, is, and are probably the most important words in English, and we have to learn how to use them correctly in our sentences very early in English. Let's have a look at our 3 examples. We have them in a positive, a negative, and a question form. I am eating pizza. Cool. He is not running fast. Okay, it shows that he is not running fast. Okay, and of course the last one in question form, are they going to win? Again, our pronouns they have the best friend are. He is, I am. If you can remember these basic rules, boys and girls, I promise you grade 1 and grade 2 are going to be very easy when it comes to sentence work. All right, make sure you practice saying these words and you practice the rules before we go to our worksheet page. Thank you for watching for this lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've learned something. Make sure if you don't understand anything, please make sure watch the video again or ask the teacher before going to the worksheet page. Good luck and have fun. Bye-bye for now.